Well, I'm delighted I'm joined by the victorious head coach Carl Forster. 20 points to 6 it finished in the end. It wasn't a game for the Champagne rugby, but it was a game of defence. Like a furnace on that pitch, let's be honest. Same for both sides, but to keep a team scoreless again in the second half, and almost in the first half, it was the last play, you got to be pleased with that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just spoke to him then about, we wasn't great with the ball, and that's why we had to defend so much. But yeah, to defend obviously the last play of the first half, they obviously went in and then took a 40 minutes in this heat with ultimately giving them a lot of field position. I think our defence is outstanding, and do you know what? It's not perfect, it's not pretty, but they don't have to turn up for each other. A lot of teams do break us, but our scramble D's really well from the inside. We scramble from the outside, and even when they made a break in the first half, and within one play we had 13 boys, back behind the ball ready to defend. So no, it's a credit to them. They work hard on it, and their attitude, it just shows in defence.
We're 10-0 up again with blinking an eye. I think we bombed a try, but the turning point of that game, in my opinion, was they grew a leg from it, but when the Geordie Gibson kick got charged down, but Geordie Gibson did well to go back, trace it back, and then defend it, and then I think we scrambled and we stopped them from scoring. But that just shows the attitude of where we are, and I'm going to be honest with you, Carl. Obviously, I stand in that changing room every game, and we won the game. Yeah. It feels like we've lost the game. It just shows how far we've come. I think you've said that to the lads. I agree with you.
Yeah, no, obviously, like you said, they got good kick pressure with Gibbon. I think that's the one I'm referring to, where a player later we had 13 lads behind the ball ready to defend. So no, I take my hats off to him, but I just said then I'm not happy with today. Really disappointed what we did with the ball. We worked a lot on it in midweek, and we just didn't do what we trained. So I think that's more for me as a coach, just disappointment. But it just shows how far we've come. We're sat top of the league. We've gone 3-5 clear, whatever it is, with the other results, and we're sat here thinking we should have done a lot better. And I just said then, I think any other game, any other day, especially in the last 2 weeks, I think we could have been burnt there today. But it's a great reminder for us that as good as we have been, we can't just turn up to games. I think Dewsbury I thought Dewsbury moved us around in the second half really well when Sykes come on.
Yeah, Sykes was the difference, I thought, for them.
He changed the game.
Yeah.
He started getting a foothold in the game, and he obviously just brought his experience, and yeah, they troubled us, mate. And obviously we credit our defence, but I just thought with the ball we missed so many opportunities, and just some opportunities I'm not really happy with. Yeah,
and it's something internally you'll deal with. There was a high tackle in the first half on Gibbo. We've seen in Super League or any level of the game that's a card. The referee didn't give a card; he gave a penalty only. That sort of sets the standard for the game, then, doesn't it? If it's a similar tackle after that, you can't penalise it.
Yeah,
you can't. You don't want to see people sent off or sin bin, but you can't. At the same time, you can't have that in the game, can you?
No, obviously. I'm not going to sit here saying he should get sent off, but no, mate. I don't think it helps. It's the first minute of the game. And like you said, I think the game was just scrappy, wasn't it, overall? There was a lot of penalties, knock-ons. I think we completed more 60s. I can't imagine Dewsbury's completion was much better, to be honest. So yeah, it wasn't the best, like you said, champagne rugby, but I think when you're going for a title, when I've done it before as a player and assistant coach and stuff, and they're not all pretty. You've just got to scrape through some games and obviously reflect on it and work hard to get better. But today was one of those days we had to just get through it. Get the 2 points, which ultimately that's all that matters, and hopefully it's another 2 points closer to us to do what we want to do.
Yeah. So milestones for some players today. Great achievement for them.
Yeah. No, Paddy on his 100. Paddy does a great job for us, and it's so hard what he does do, because he warms up, doesn't go on until the second half. He's probably finding his feet doing that now, but it's a real selfless act that he does for the team. He goes on, rips in, and I think he's been outstanding the last couple of weeks. But when you got middles like Chris Barry who can do what he does, we'd rather save the 5 subs till the second half when we really need him, rather than using 4 and 4. And yeah, Paddy does a great job for us. And then obviously Sam Wild 200. I think he's just outstanding every single week. I thought
he scored an important try.
He scored another try today, which is with Wild. He must be up there with one of the top try scorers of the division for a back row. It's unreal, mate. And yeah, credit to them both. They're really good for the club, and hopefully we're going to get plenty more out of them.
Chris Barrett, you mentioned there, the captain, another long stint for him. Was it 70 minutes? I think,
Yeah, I think
something like that.
66
like minutes. But in this heat, he's just immense, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a freak.
And he created that try.
Yeah, no, and I think if Baz gets more support and push on every single carry, he'll be better. Ollie D pushed really well in the first half. I thought Ollie was outstanding as well, and Ollie just pushes on, gets a one-on-one, and I'd hate to stop Baz one-on-one, so he gets a little bit of leeway. He nearly scored his try in the second half until he got pickpocketed, but
yes,
to be fair to Baz, I don't think he's had a bad game this year.
No.
I think obviously he's our captain, stands up every week, and I can't praise him enough. He's absolutely outstanding, and for me, he's the best middle on the park every single week.
Finally, you did a rallying call in the week about the fans, because they were awesome last week. They were vocal again this week when you needed them more again.
Yeah, no, they probably brought the atmosphere to the game, because it wasn't on the field, was it? So yeah, no, they're a credit. They're singing obviously top of the league, which is really good for them. They deserve it. In the 3 years I've been here, they've just been outstanding. They've always supported me, and yeah, they've got a good team playing for them at the minute, and I think they do appreciate that. And hopefully we can do something special this year, and get them the reward that they deserve as well as the players.
Yeah, now you have a week off. It's Newcastle next game round, but you're not going to take that game lightly. You're going to lick the wounds and everything. I know it's early, but any injuries or anything like that?
Yeah, obviously Ronnie limped off. We don't know about until obviously he gets seen. It's too early, mate, but hopefully that's nothing. Obviously got a week off, more precaution bringing him off, and yeah, we got a week off. We'll recover. Like you said,